So, good day everyone. I am here now again. I am Ariel Misalva, and today's blog I will going to discuss the networking fundamentals about the network devices. So first, we have the objectives here. So let's start. First is explain the uses, advantages, and disadvantages of repeaters, hubs, wireless access points, bridges, switches, and routers. Next is define the standards associated with wireless media and explain basic wireless connection parameters, security, and troubleshooting. Then define network segmentation. Next is explain network segmentation using bridges, switches, routers, and gateways. Next is explain Ethernet operations. And last is define fast Ethernet and gigabit Ethernet. So here we are going first to discuss about the repeaters. So the number of nodes on a network and the length of cable use. It influences the quality of communication on the network. Attenuation, the degradation of signal clarity. Repeaters work against attenuation by repeating signals that they receive on a network, typically cleaning and regenerating the digital transmission in the process. So, this is the picture of the repeaters. So note that on analog networks, devices that boost the signal are called amplifiers. These devices do not have the same signal regeneration capabilities and repeaters because they must maintain the shape of the received signal. Repeaters work in the physical layer or the layer 1. An optical network signal amplification is handled by optical repeaters. Some repeaters can be used to connect two physically different types of cabling. So next is the hubs. Hub. Generic connection device used to tie several networking cables together to create a link between different stations on a network. Active hubs amplify or repeat signals that pass through them. Passive hub has merely connects cables on a network and provides no signal regeneration. So, topology refers to the physical layout of network cable and devices. So, this is the picture of the hubs. Disadvantages and advantages of repeaters and hubs. First, we are going to talk about the advantages. It can extend a network's total distance. It do not seriously affect network performance. It as certain repeaters can connect networks using different physical media. So, the advantages and disadvantages of repeaters and hubs continue. So, this is the disadvantages. Cannot connect different network architectures such as token ring and Ethernet. Do not reduce network traffic. They repeat everything they receive. Do not segment the network. Do not reformat data structures. Cannot connect networks that require different types of frames. So, repeaters do not segment a network too. Frames that are broadcast in a given segment may collide. Devices that see the traffic of other devices are said to be on the same collision domain. Wireless access point. So the wireless access points provide cell-based areas where wireless clients such as laptops and PDAs can connect to the network by associating with the access point. Operate at the physical and data link layers of the OSI model. In most respects, a wireless access point functions exactly like a hub. So, in ad hoc mode, wireless clients can connect and communicate directly with each other. There is no access point. In infrastructure mode, wireless clients attach wirelessly to an access point. Involves the access point wired back into a switch. So basic service set of BSS is when a single access point is available in infrastructure mode. Extended service set or ESS is involved multiple access points connected to various switches in the network. Allows users to roam around the building and remain connected to the WLAN as well as the LAN and WAN. So wireless connectivity. Access points typically broadcast their network name, the service set identifier or SSID, the network name. Where wireless clients are powered on, they begin scanning the airspace for available access points. They detect the broadcasted SSID of the various access points in the area, attempt to associate with the one that has the highest signal level and the lowest error rate. So if the system is open, the client is accepted by the access point and begins communications. When SSID is not broadcasted, wireless clients must already be configured with the correct SSID. The client will send out a probe request with configured SSID, and access point with that SSID configured with will allow the client to associate. So, wireless security measures, excuse me, well, security is always necessary in LANs due to the broadcast nature of the these devices are not designed to handle the most complex and highest levels of security. The most important reason to implement security on your LAN at home. Others in your neighborhood do not use your bandwidth for free. Workspace situations call for security that not only requires the client device to authenticate, but that also prompts the device user to enter a username and password. So 802.1x is used at the physical layer to block ports. The Extensible Authentication Protocol, or EAP, is used at layer 2 to transfer the authentication frames. So follow the steps when adding the wireless troubleshooting. So follow the steps when adding a LAN to your LAN. Make sure your wired LAN is working. Complete a wireless site survey to determine access point placement. Install the access point with no security. Attempt to associate to the access point with a laptop. Configure security on both the access point and the client. Last is verify connectivity on all layers. So as the number of users on the WLAN increases, each user's individual bandwidth will decrease. Problems that are particularly to 802.11 networks, interference may occur from too much overlap of one access point cell range onto another. Devices must be using an 802.11 standard that is compatible with the access point standards. Access point antennas should be securely connected and in optimal position. Potential sources of interference should be monitored. So the disadvantages and the advantages of the wireless access points. First is the advantages. Provides the ability to work anywhere within range of your access points. And also it extends the range of your network without running additional wires. So the disadvantage are introduce serious security concerns, and 802.11 provides much less bandwidth than wired devices. Many situations also exist where 802.11 will not function due to serious interference from various sources. So network segmentation is the breaking down of a single heavily populated network segment into smaller segments or collision domains populated by fewer nodes. Segment is part of a network that is divided logically or physically from the rest of the network. When network administrators place too many nodes on the same network segment, it causes the number of collisions to increase. So next is the bridges. Bridges operates at the data link layer of the OSI model. Filter traffic between network segments by examining the destination MAC address. Based on the destination MAC address, the bridge either forwards or discards the frame. Reduce network traffic by keeping local traffic on the local segment. Broadcast frame is a frame destined for all computers at the network. So next is the transparent bridges, also called learning bridges, because they build a table of MAC addresses as they receive frames. They learn which addresses are on which segments the bridge. Used to source MAC addresses to determine which addresses are on with which segments. By determining a frame's origin, the bridge knows where to send frames in the future. Ethernet networks